Well, like the clips that they put out, they're like they are arguing with each other. Yeah. But like if you watch the actual show, they agree on a decent amount of stuff. Like that's just not worthy for YouTube, right? So they never put those clips out.
They agree on like the obvious. Sometimes
they only disagree on the huge things. That's it. Everything else they pretty much agree on.
It's not
like
good, it's not good
like
TV
LeBron, they disagree
the
on. Tom Brady, they disagree on.
Right.
Like the huge topics they disagree on, but mostly everything else they agree on.
So that's like the formula, the clickbait worthy stuff disagree on.
Yeah.
The stuff nobody cares
It's like, hey,
about.
you take this side on this one, you take this side on this one.
Right.
Y'all start. You know,
there's no way you. Yeah, some of that shit I'd be like, bro, there's no way you don't understand what this nigga just did.
Yeah.
It gotta be for TV.
How you feel about Max Kellerman that Iguodala line?
Saying death beams aimed at the earth. Who would you have taken that side?
Drunk. Even Iguodala said that nigga tripping. He said on Breakfast Club, like, yeah, he tripping.
He did?
Yeah.
That's funny.
The fuck Iguodala shooting all over Steph, nigga.
Yeah.
That's wild. You want to bring it in?
Yeah. Listen, I mean, I'm going to keep all that in. So, you know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We good.
Listen, we are here today with Shaking My Head podcast. As you can see, the middle host is gone again.
Yes, sir.
All right. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was going to quit a job, and this job messed around and quit him. So, today we got to go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Nick. I have a clothing line called WayBeforeTheFame, straight out of New York City.
Hey, listen, I want to let you know something. I'm the #1 New York hater.
I mean, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So
that's a fact.
We doing something right over there in New York.
Yo, my nigga Holla has been bashing New York for 3 years now. But let me three consistent years.
No, it's been since elementary school.
Okay,
let me tell you where the birth of this happened. Right, I honestly have no problem with New York. Right, be New York. I used to spend my summers in Rochester.
Okay,
so
that's not New York.
I know. Well, but yeah, not New York.
Ask him.
Hey, okay.
Hold on. Look into the camera. Let's do this.
Is the Hudson Valley part of...
Damn!
We don't even know what that is.
Damn!
That's crazy.
Upstate?
Yeah.
Okay.
So somebody from Hudson Valley, lower, they try to say I'm from lower Hudson Valley. I could literally take
is he from New York? Yeah, but not New York City.
Yeah, that's why I tried to tell them. They don't believe it. They said they're from New York City.
But they going hard. They're like, no, I'm from New York City. I'm from New York City.
No.
Damn.
No. It's Queens.
But then their thing is like, well, you ask somebody from one of the boroughs that, right?
Yeah, I'm from Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, Staten Island. And Staten Island barely counts.
So what about Far Rock?
Far Rock is part of Queens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's part of Queens, but it's like,
Okay.
It's kind of like Long Island. Long Island is part of Queens, but it's like, they have their own police, they have their own fire department, they have their own taxes.
Yeah.
You're not really part of New York.
It's like
City.
Buckhead here.
They have their own taxes.
I look at Buckhead as like a district of Atlanta, right?
Yeah,
because it's still Atlanta, but it's not the city. It's like a district of Atlanta.
But that's what it means, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so like they have their own Buckhead police.
Right.
They have all of that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so.
Like,
hey, Simba, we sorry, man. But
yeah,
I got
you're not from. She was like, yeah, I'm from Hudson Valley. You know.
No.
It's like across the Hudson River. I
honestly don't even know where Hudson Valley is, and I've been in New York for 29 years. I have no idea where it is.
Crazy. That's wild.
When I upstate, you could kind of claim Yonkers. That's above the Bronx. They got Jada, they got Styles, so we could kind of take them in.
Yeah.
But Hudson Valley.
Like Gwinnett got Migos, so they finally accepted us.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
The Beatles a rap.
Yeah, facts.
I don't even know where Hudson Valley is. Like,
see, well, there we got to the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying?
There it
but
is.
Here's where my problem where New York stems from. Okay, me being a nice little Georgia boy, right? You know what I'm saying? I lived here. I grew up here. When I used to go to school, my class would be predominantly New Yorkers that moved down here and like in second, third grade. You know what I'm saying? Still claiming they're from New York in middle school, and they're like, bro. Georgia sucks. I'm like,
nigga, go back home.
Why are you here? Like, oh, New York was so much better than. First of all, like, you didn't even grow up in New York. By the time your first real memories were in Georgia.
Yeah.
Like, you remember small parts and when you go back during the summer. And everybody knows when you go somewhere for the summer, you see the highlights.
The highlight.
Right? You don't know what that. Damn, it's been 3 weeks since I did something sitting in the city. You know,
or it's 3 degrees outside.
Exactly. So that's where I have no problem with New York for real. My problem is like people who moved from New York here and tell me my city's so trash when it's full of y'all. It doesn't matter. It blows my mind.
What you guys say about that?
I feel like those people aren't even really from New York though.
Yeah, they're not.
I
Yeah.
feel like
can
they're
be.
from Hudson Valley.
Great.
No, these people are really from New York.
Like
Like
the
they
five
love New
boroughs?
York. Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
second and third grade don't even really count. Even I feel like early high school, I feel like barely count because you're 15. Like, what do you really know about New York?
But see, like by the time high school started, we didn't have like a lot of new New Yorkers coming to
Yeah.
our class. But like when I was in like from third grade to like ninth grade, we would have all our new students would be from New York and California. Every last one of
Well,
them.
how the California people feel about here?
California people used to be chilling.
All right.
Like
New York people just like it's a prideful thing to be from New York.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So-
like
And
people,
New York is also like fast paced,
Exactly.
fast paced. Everything gotta go. Let's go outside. We could like walk to the park.
Yeah.
Here you kind of like, well, as a kid, not really, but here you kind of need a car.
Oh, you
Yeah.
definitely
Like
need a
New
car to
York,
get
you could
around.
go your whole life with no I know people who are 40 with no license.
Yeah.
They
That's
don't-
crazy.
Never want to drive. So it's like you could be good. You could still live your life, go to parties, do everything you want to do.
Right.
With no car.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Just coming up the way we came up was like you need a car to get around. So to
Like
hear
you're
that,
like 16 or something.
it's
Right?
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16, you get your license here?
I'm not.
like-
I'm
Yeah,
from
well,
Cleveland.
you can get your driver's permit at 15.
Oh yeah.
And so you can drive with somebody over 21
Yeah.
in the car, and then you get your license at 16.
Okay, license at 18 over there.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dang.
So break down to us, and for the people who don't know about Way Before the Fame, like how did you get into what you're doing, and you know what I'm saying, like what got you to this point?
So
right
way
now?
before the fame started, I'd say about a little over 5 years ago. I always knew I didn't want a job.
Yeah.
I never could imagine doing a job for like 20 years and then just retiring because it's like after 5 years, what if I don't like that job no more?
Right.
Yeah.
Now all my marbles are in one basket and like now what? Like,
Right.
I got to start all over again anyway. So, you know, I took the typical route, went to college. It was okay. I couldn't, it just, again, didn't make sense. I didn't know what my major should be. It was
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
So what I was really good at was, I guess you could say is lying.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say lying. I would say beating the system. So I always had a bunch of jobs. I had my first job. And then my best job I had, I was like 19. I lied on my resume, said I was a manager.
Okay.
At a
Yeah.
store, I never was a manager.
Okay.
So I got that.
He's just ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
ahead of
I
the
was
curve.
already lying on my resume super early, so I was
Yeah.
assistant manager at this job, making like $25 an hour at like 19 in like 2011.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of money for a little young whippersnapper.
Yeah.
So I did that for a while. That was Forever 21. That was cool. And like I always like retail, always like fashion, and I like clothes.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do initially was YouTube, and I still have these videos from all the way back
That's
then.
crazy.
I always wanted to be a YouTuber. I didn't care about clothes. Like I don't want to be Virgil. I don't want to be Kanye.
Yeah.
But I knew about streetwear. I lived in New York, so streetwear, Supreme, Wait Online. I did all that. You know, my first couple checks, I went to Flight Club. I
Yup.
bought kicks.
Yeah.
You know, your typical
Yeah.
like coming up high school kid, college kid. So fast forward from there, I quit that job. I was watching that episode with Mike when he quit his job. I did it the gangster way. I did
Yeah.
not do no
The real
That
way.
nigga Mike did the two.
The
Yeah,
real
I did no 2
entrepreneur
weeks
way.
notice. I the manager that was there at the time, I was kind of back and forth of like, yo, I want to quit. And that day I was just like, I'm quitting. I walked right up to her. I was like, yo, I'm about to quit. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm quitting.
You see that, Mike? Nigga, that's how you quit your
I
job,
I
man.
gave her my ID and I just left. And then the store manager kept calling me. I just put her on like decline.
Let me ask you though, before you continue, did you have a plan, like mentally, like what made you get up and be like, all right, like this ain't it?
I had money.
Okay.
I had like not really. I had like 6 G saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
But back then I was kind of a lot. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm like 23 at the time. But I had a plan to do YouTube videos. I had a plan to do YouTube videos. I wanted to do it. I just didn't know what to do videos on.
Yeah.
Like till a year ago, really. But like I didn't want to do videos on like my favorite 5 things at Walmart
Right.
or like one chip challenges. I feel like you can do that when you're already have some type of audience.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can't just like
Grow
people
up.
Start
don't
off
know
like
you,
that.
so you
Yeah.
can't start with. No one cares what your 5 favorite things are.
Right.
Yeah.
They know
Who,
you.
who are you? Like it doesn't make sense at that point.
Exactly.
Right.
So I didn't do it. I didn't make YouTube videos. I did like 5 videos with my homies. Never posted them. Never did nothing. But clothes were still popping. Like clothes were still popping. So I was
Yeah.
still doing this whole time. I'm still making clothes. I'm still taking a bunch of L's. Like went to my first convention, made literally $0.
Was that a sneaker convention?
It was a sneaker convention, but not sneaker con.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was smaller. I didn't really know what SneakerCon was until like a couple years later. But I sold nothing. Went to another one, made $10. Was the next day, and then I started doing tees with like baby faces on them and
Yeah.
putting Way Before the Fame and blocking out the eyes.
Oh,
That's
kind of
fire.
like the Nas joints, right?
Yeah, like
okay.
and then Drake liked that picture.
Yeah.
So Drake liked it all the way back then, and
Damn.
then that same day I got like
You got pockets over there? About to run them
Yeah.
guys.
Nah, Drake like that? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Drake
On the gram?
On the gram.
Okay.
And it was September 11th. I'm never gonna forget. That's a bad day, but September
Yeah.
11th. And I remember my phone just going off with like notifications of orders. And at this time, let's say I had a clothesline for a year, I probably just had 3 things.
Yeah.
I was not doing any numbers. That one day, I probably had like 100 orders.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And I didn't even know how
to do that.
Yeah, I didn't know how to process that many people's orders that quickly.
Yeah.
So I did it eventually, obviously. So what I used to do is I used to go to American Apparel, some store in New York, and they used to print it for me. And then fast forward, I got the job there because I was always just a hustler. So I got the job at that American Apparel, and I started printing my own shirts.
Ah.
So I started doing it for free.
Yeah,
So I didn't have to pay the
man.
guy. Yeah. So I got there, I did it for free. I was there for a little bit, and then I guess fast forward some more. Bunch of sneaker cons later, I went to Australia, London,
Yup,
it's fire.
Berlin, all over the United States. And clothes did that for me, but it was never my passion, really.
Yeah.
So, like, kind of present day, I wouldn't say my passion, but my passion is cars, I guess you could say, like older cars, like Japanese cars.
Yeah.
So a year ago, I bought a Japanese K truck. It's
Yep,
like a
seen that.
little white truck, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's something I actually would like to do videos on.
Yeah.
That's a car I like driving. I love road trips. I love stuff like that. So I bought that car. I think I had like 100 subs. Had that car for a year. Made a bunch of videos, and then I sold it. I bought a van, another old Japanese van.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like using it's basically a promo mobile. Anywhere you go, like people stopping you, taking pictures, want to learn more
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And then now I got like 1,400 subs, and I'm doing YouTube videos on stuff that I like. Like I
Yeah.
just came from ATL JDM. They got those same trucks and cars. It's like 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I make videos on that now. So like
That's
I'm still
cool.
gonna do clothes, but I always wanted to make merch more than collections.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So like I want to be able to come to Atlanta, kind of do what JC does.
Yeah.
Or like this hat, but you know the hat I made for you where it says
Mm-hmm.
like the A. Like I want to make merch on things.
Yeah.
So like my van, I want to like drive it here.
And have like the ATL hats.
Yeah, and do like a pop up shop somewhere, and it be like Atlanta stuff.
Yeah.
You know where you should go to do that?
Where?
Low 5 points.
Oh, that'd be.
Low 5 points. There's always like trucks parked on the side. They sell like edibles
vendors?
and stuff like
that's
so
dope.
you shirts. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's like really like the people who are really like. I don't know how to. How would you explain people at 5 points?
All right. So
It used to be like hippie culture.
yeah, what I like
but-
about Lil 5 Points when I first came here, what I noticed is like it's walks of all life. So it's a bunch of different
Yeah.
ethnicities.
Yeah.
You'll see different cultures. You might see people, African people banging on the drum. You might see.
It's like it's outside. It's inside.
It's east side.
But
East
no, but
side.
it's
No,
inside.
it's
It's like-
outside. It's
it's outside.
outside. It's
Oh,
like a
okay.
strip.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
an
yeah.
outside strip where
Yeah, I've been to
sneaker
Miami. It's like
stores.
little walls, kind of.
Way smaller though.
Yeah, it's just like a small. It's like a small area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where I would say it's very cultural. Everything from sneakers.
It's where real people exist.
Exactly.
In Atlanta, right? You have the people who like, you know what I'm saying, super businessy, super flashy. They're over here. You got the people who like now they got their white picket fence over here
Yep.
and they don't want to associate with nobody else.
Yeah.
Like Lil 5 Points is where you go where like, listen,
You wanna mingle.
I don't care where you from, how
Yeah.
much money you got. Look, you got something, I'll rock with you. You know what I'm saying? We can be friends. That's like what that area represents in Atlanta.
Also, it's a good place for somebody like you to go because, like I said, it's one of those. It's like a melting pot of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So you get some of the best artists just out there painting on buildings and look
Just
amazing.
outside? Just
Yeah.
outside. You get stores like Heat ATL that sell sneakers. You get spots like Ragorama where it's like vintage clothing or
Yeah, like jackets.
And it's like literally like.
It's like
strip.
it's a T strip. Like
Yeah.
this.
Oh, okay,
So it's
okay.
one street going this way, then there's one street.
You know where
that's a little
Wish
bit
ATL
longer.
is?
I heard of it.
It's right there
Yeah.
too. All of it is in like the same place. And yeah, if you was to like pull up there with the van, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Wish
that'd be fire.
Wish ATL is a perfect example of what we talked about. There's like Atlanta, then there's Atlanta with money. Wish ATL is a prime example, not like the place itself, but the setup of it. When you walk inside, it's like a regular like clothing store, but then when
Yeah.
you go downstairs, it looks totally different. You wouldn't even expect it to be there.
Right.
Better?
Standing on the outside.
It looks like well, I think they changed it, but it just looked like
a library,
It's a
but
completely different blueprint
Yeah.
from like the upstairs. Just like night and day.
yeah,
I
like
see, like,
upstairs
what
is
I
like
watched,
a regular store. Then you go downstairs and it's like this is a museum of shoes. It's
word?
crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna see if I can go there before I leave.
yeah. So
But yeah though, I've been watching like your vids, and I even be watching you on the gram, and like the van you got is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I even be seeing some like the videos where like you actually like be, you know, whether it's painting it or I seen you raffle one off as well.
Yeah, I can't believe not that I can't believe I did it.
You got a lot of people to sign up for the raffle too.
That's what's up.
So I had my truck for a year, and I was about to hit 1,000 subs, which isn't a lot, like, at all. But it was a milestone to me as someone who's wanted to do YouTube videos for legit like 10 years.
It took me forever to get 1,000 subs, bro. That's a big thing.
It took me a year and a day.
It took me over a year.
Well,
I mean, I guess it took me a year. I had a YouTube channel since like 2013 though, but like making real videos it took a year. So yeah, I was like, I'm about to hit 1,000 subs. Like, I want to buy another truck. This is like $7,000 trucks, by the way. This is like a little like $5,000 sneaker or something. But I wanted to do that, and I was like, I'm gonna raffle it off, and it should be easy. I mean, it wasn't easy in my opinion, but I bought it, and I was gonna do 100 tickets for $100, which sounds like I'm gonna make 10 G's. That's a lot of money, but nah. The truck was like 7. I put like 2 G's into it. So much gas, time, tolls. I'm like going to places, worrying if somebody hits me. Because like, let's say I'm driving to get McDonald's and a car hits me. Then what? I got to tell everybody, yo, this money you gave me, like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like, the truck got into an accident. But it was super cool experience. Some guy won that. He was always into cars, but
that's dope.
I don't want to say he couldn't buy a car, but he started having kids, so like that kind of dream went away. He said he always wanted a car like this for like 10 years. Yeah, and he won. Like,
was he in New York?
He was in Jersey.
Okay, Jersey.
Yeah, he was like 40-year-old dude, wife, kids, everything. Like kids in high school, and it was so crazy that just like he bought one ticket. Yeah, he won the truck for $50.
That's crazy.
Yeah, one ticket.
That's tough.
Yeah,
that's that Willy Wonka golden ticket.
Yeah,
and then when he won, he didn't leave his email or nothing, so I couldn't contact him at all. Wow. So I was just waiting like for him to view my Instagram, and he finally like DM me like, "Hey, did I really win, or is this a joke?" And I was like, "Nah, you really won." And he was like, he wasn't even here. I think he was in like vacation with his family, so he had to wait a couple of days. Then I dropped it off to him, and it was just a crazy experience. Like, I really gave away a car.
No, that's crazy.
$50.
That's dope.
Yeah, Snipe gave away a car too. You just don't know it yet.
Oh, really? That Jeep, right?
Yeah.
I thought I saw your name on it.
That's crazy. you know the vibe.
So since you drive Japanese cars, you ever drove one on the opposite side of the?
They're all on the opposite side.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all right-hand drive. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Does that hurt your brain?
I feel like it's good brain food.
Okay.
Because I'll get on that car and then I'll get on the regular car. So everything is different. On the Japanese car, let's say you're driving like this, your signal's on this side. Yeah. So you turn with your right hand and your right hand's on your left hand.
Right.
So that's all completely different, and it's just a whole different experience.
Like even
when you get to New York, I'll let you drive it.
Yeah, like spatial awareness, like because we're on the left side of the car. Like when we turn left, where obviously it's easy to line up on like the lane you're going into, but like being on the right side of the car, do you find that like difficult?
Nah, what's hard about it is you're sitting. Well, in my situation, you're sitting on the wheels. So like I don't know if you saw my van. There's no hood. So there's no hood. So like when you turn, it's like you're sitting on. So you got to position your car like when you parallel parking. There's no lining up your hood and like reversing. Like, you sitting on like the
wheels.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's the hardest. I say that's the hardest thing to get used to.
And like that's all y'all got is parallel parking up there too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tough.
Because I went to the Bahamas and I seen people driving on the opposite side of the road, and they had the steering wheel on the opposite side, and I'm just like, it ain't no way.
But how's the rules? Like here or over there, or like different?
They're narrow, very narrow.
No, but how's the like?
A lot of their stuff is one way, right?
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, how's the rules? Like, I could not drive, even though I had the right-hand drive car for almost 2 years. I could not drive in like Japan with those rules. You know what I mean? Like, how like the streets is inverted.
Yeah. Well, no. Majority. So they have cars that's on the left side and right side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it's like,
but he's asking about the rules of the. Are you on the right side of the road when you drive?
Because like in
Japan, they drive on the left side of the road.
Yeah, so you drive on the left side of the road too. You drive on the opposite side of the road.
Oh, opposite from here. Yeah. So I couldn't do that.
Yeah, so you drive on the left hand side.
Yeah, no,
of the road.
Yeah.
But your steering wheel's on the right hand side.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
I could do the here if I give you a right hand drive car, you fine.
So I'm literally watching people, and this is like how my brain is like just playing games with me, because I'm like, I'm seeing people get out of the ATM because the ATM is still on your left hand side. Like if you go through an ATM drive through, they getting out their car and like using their card and then getting back in the car because obviously that's not their window.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's weird, bro.
Yeah.
That's weird. Or seeing somebody like this dude trying to holler at a girl on the passenger side and you roll down the window. You see one drive. I'm like, yo, that's weird.
Yeah.
It took me so long.
It's super cool though.
Yeah.
It's super cool because like even like. Since it's regular rules and I'm on the right side, like when I go through drive-thrus, I'm like, like I gotta, if I'm paying a toll, I gotta be like, I gotta reach
That's
over.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like, what's the reactions you get? Like, you go through the drive-thru and
It's nonstop. I can't wait. Hope both of y'all come to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab one. And I cannot wait. Like it's so crazy. Like when you're in the car, one, it's a weird looking car. So
Right.
initially they're like, oh, this looks weird. And then they get next to you and everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to chop it up.
Yeah.
But they really want to talk to you because you're on the driver's side.
Right.
Of their
Right,
road side. Yeah, so
right.
they want to talk to you, not me, because they don't really know what's going on. But it's crazy, like nonstop. That's why
wild.
I got it, because it's a promo mobile. Like I can promote Way for Fame, my clothing line, everything
Yeah.
through that, because no, I'm gonna tell you, it's cool because if somebody's driving a Ferrari,
Yeah.
you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Like I always try to explain to people, like if I drove my van to a gas station, someone's talking to me just because they want to know, like, yo, where'd you get
but
this
somebody
from?
driving a Ferrari.
Yeah, you feel like they're like at a higher class than you, so
Right.
you're like, you don't
It's-
really
it's
want to ask
intimidating
them. Yeah, you
almost.
don't want to ask them like, yo, what do you do, or like, how'd you get this?
I think that's what's dope about the Jeep community, because the
Yeah.
Jeep community, they like, they all like, oh yeah, I see you over there, oh,
It's
nice,
weird.
yeah.
You ever get ducked?
What's that?
I don't know. That's like a Jeep thing where like they leave a duck in your car.
Nah, that's never happened to me.
That's
I
crazy.
get like somebody that like leaves like a
Like it's like a rubber duck, and it says like you've been ducked.
Nah, I
It's
never
like a
got
Jeep
that.
thing, yeah.
Okay, you put me on
we
to something.
about to go buy some
Yeah,
rubber
let's-
ducks. then,
Nah.
you know what I'm
Look
saying?
it up.
never-
Look it up. Like,
Okay.
for sure.
I get people like ask me to be in like Jeep car clubs and stuff like that, but I've never heard of like duck.
Are you in one?
No, I don't want. See, I'm not a car enthusiast like
Yeah.
that. I bought a Jeep because it's a car I always wanted. I don't know a lot about cars, and I also don't love cars enough to like actually be in a car club.
Yeah, I don't think I would be one either. I like to drive more than cars.
Yeah.
Like I would drive to California tomorrow. Like, you know
Damn.
what I mean? Yeah, that's not a big deal to me.
Did you drive? You drove here?
No, I flew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna drive, but yeah.
I've been knowing Nick for a while. I think it was 2018 we talked about.
Yeah.
2018. And you've been the same dude ever since, bro. Humble, solid.
10 toes
Humble
down.
and solid. It's hard to find, man. Especially New York niggas. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of them
God,
New York niggas
boy.
shite you, bro. But nah, Nick been humble. He been solid. But even though you said like, clothing isn't like your passion, quote
Yeah.
unquote, you still been like evolving in that aspect too.
Yeah, for sure. I think my clothes are very good. I feel like close to me, to use a New York person, is rap to 50 Cent. 50 Cent not really making music no more.
Right.
Yeah.
But he got power.
Right.
He got so many shows. He's executive in so many things. And not that
Right.
he don't care about music, but maybe that was always his plan.
Right.
To
True.
be the stepping stone. Because he's been in movies too.
And he used music to get him to
Yeah,
that place
because
to be able
I
to do
can't, we can't do certain things from there.
Yeah.
But once you get to that, it's so much easier.
I've
Like,
learned that like a lot of people, especially like people who come from like areas like 50 came from,
Yeah.
right? They only see one way out. They don't even know the rest of the world exists.
Yeah.
Right? So like you got somebody like Snipe, like we went to Florida, this man seen palm trees. Now he's doing whatever he got to do to be around palm trees,
Yeah.
all right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Bleacher Report need y'all to interview him. I'm there, right?
Yeah.
And then you learn you can do other stuff, right? I think a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
So like they see music or sports as they way out, they get out, and then they like, oh, I could do this too. Let me go over here.
Yeah,
and,
it's
you
like
know.
what Kanye said in that funny interview when he was talking about Lady Gaga.
Well,
Remember the Polaroid?
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, what
yeah.
you know about cameras?
Yeah.
But Lady Gaga would never get that Polaroid deal if she wasn't Lady Gaga.
Exactly.
So even Kanye with shoes, like not that Kanye don't make music, but like he's like even Rihanna, she became a billionaire off Savage Fenty.
Yeah.
Not off her music. Not that she don't like music, but
Right.
like sometimes you use those things to take you to places you would never go
Yeah.
without that first step.
No, that's solid. Let me
Yeah.
ask you this though. Coming from New York,
Yeah.
a lot of successful people in New York, all facets of the world. It can be business, music, entrepreneurs, many things. Is that pressure on you? Or like, do you see that being pressure on people that you grew up with? Like by you being from this place have birthed so many successful people. And by successful, I mean, if you live in Oklahoma, you probably don't bump into that many famous people. You live in
Yeah.
New York, you bump into somebody famous every
All
day.
the time.
You know somebody. Everybody from New York knows somebody
Yeah.
famous. So like by that being in your backyard and by you knowing somebody who owned, like how does that impact you?
I don't think it does.
Okay.
To me, because I honestly think I'm successful already.
All right.
Yeah, like I already view myself as successful. I'm from the same spot as 50, Southside Jamaica,
Yeah.
Queens. But I feel like success is different for everybody. Like I'm obviously not content. I'm nowhere where I want to be. But like for when 5 years ago, if somebody was like, "You're gonna be here," or like still going to SneakerCons. Like when I went to SneakerCon Australia, it was so crazy because like I never thought my clothes would take me there. Like, I'm downplaying the clothes, but like I go to SneakerCon and make like 3 G's.
Yeah.
And like my expensive are like $700.
Yeah.
So like the clothes, I clearly know what I'm doing with the clothes, but it's not a passion. But I wouldn't say that New York. I feel like a lot of other people are like that, where like they feel like either they have to look like they're successful more than they actually are successful. Like to me, I never really. That's another thing where I didn't really want to do YouTube videos. I never wanted to show myself, like on some your age shit. Like I kind of just I wanted to make the content, but I don't care to be famous, even though like it's way before the fame. Like I don't care to be like known.
I think the difference between like where you're from, and I didn't notice this till like the past couple weeks, right? Is that you're from New York. You see people who are famous all the time, right? And so you don't separate them being famous from the person that you're seeing.
Yeah, that's definitely
I think the difference, the term going Hollywood came from like people going off, blowing up. Cause okay, so The Rock posted my video yesterday.
Congrats.
W man,
you know what I'm saying? Big The Rock in the building,
going crazy.
And I couldn't understand why people are, because now that I understand that these people who are famous to everybody are regular people, right? Because I'm coming in rooms with people that my friends idolize.
Right.
That when I come back to them, they're like, bro, so how tall is he for real?
Right.
Is he really? And I'm like, I look at them as like regular people, right?
Right.
So when that happened, I could tell there were like some people who never really seen famous people, right? Calling me like, bro, why didn't you tell me? You know what I'm saying? That this, I'm like, that's like just the thing that happens like when you do this. So I think like being in New York, I think Atlanta's getting there, right? To be like a LA or a New York, where seeing somebody who you consider famous is normal. So I know a lot of people who look at where I am and they're saying, you're not successful, because their only indicator to success is like the people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right? So since I'm not like there yet, they see that you ain't made it yet.
Yeah.
Right. So for you to say like, I got 1,400, you know what I'm saying, followers, I feel like I'm successful.
Yeah.
People from here, they will be like, no, you're not. Like, because they don't know the steps. They only know point A and point Z. That's it.
Right.
Which is crazy, but yeah.
And success is also in like, I hate to be kind of corny, but success is what you believe it is.
Exactly.
So like all three of us probably got a different version of what success is.
Yeah.
Do you think you're successful?
Absolutely. I was talking to Hala. If I'm not successful now, I've never been successful in my life so far, because I feel like I'm the most successful I've ever been in this moment.
Yeah.
But we had a conversation. I was like, not to sound content or not to sound like, I don't see myself doing more, but like at this point in my life, I feel like I already won.
Yeah.
Like coming from where I'm coming from, doing what I've been able to do, doing the things I've been able to do at this point, like I never would have thought I would have did this shit.
Yeah.
Even living in Atlanta, I still wake up and be like, bro, I live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I grew up in East Cleveland. I've never even seen the west side of my own city. It's 20 minutes away. I've never seen it.
And that's crazy. And I had to put myself in that mind state too, because like,
Do you think you're successful?
no.
Oh.
Like, and that's why when we went to Kentucky this last time, going to a place like, I feel like, obviously it's not even New York, right? I feel like, or maybe the mindset, but living here, I feel like I played the game of life on hard mode all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Hall of Fame, 2K.
Bro, because like, and I think people like that are from like a place like East Cleveland or some of them areas, like they look at it like you got it good, but people don't understand like the standard that you have to live to being here. Like, bro,
Who made that standard?
You said what?
Who made that standard?
Society, for sure.
Oh, okay.
The capitalism made.
But are you successful to you or to the standard? Or same thing?
I feel like I just reached the standard of where I live at, right? This is where everybody should be to survive here. Either in entertainment, business. I feel like I just reached the standard.
Got you.
To be here, right? On my own, right? Obviously my parents, but even thinking back, like, bro, I was in a place where, like, I was the smartest kid in my class.
Right.
But I got treated the worst because there was only like 3 other black kids in my class,
Got
right?
you.
So I feel like people looked at where I'm from. People joke about it like, oh, you're from Gwinnett?
Yeah.
You gotta eat. It's not.
Right.
Was
As
that
he-
like a high?
He'll be able to tell you
class?
more than me.
Gwinnett is like Alpharetta is where like the rich people went, right? But then Gwinnett was like the rich people from every other community came here.
Okay.
And like when people would come from like other countries, like we got the number one Bosnian community as far as population wise in the United States. Gwinnett was ranked like the best place to live in America for like 5 years in the 80s. There's a lot of stuff that go if you come out of our neighborhood and go right, it's like
This is a nice neighborhood though.
a lot look like this is like a below mid neighborhood out here. So like you could imagine like, dang, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
But then if I take you like 3 exits up, you'll be like, oh, this shit crazy. Go 3 more exits up to like Hamilton Mill where I took you. Kids driving golf carts around. You're 1 exit away from extreme like living that you never. So I feel like I've been playing the game on hard mode only because like in school indoctrinates you into doing that, right? Because you go to school, you see Susie, you know what I'm saying, Amy, Brad, all nicest cleats on the baseball team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you're like, my family just got here.
Yeah.
Right? So, and to elevate them, I have to make it to here and then go up. So I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm right at the standard.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I've like succeeded yet. So
Yeah, pretty much. It's all about what you perceive it to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we can all agree to that. But I don't care what people from. Everybody got struggles.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody got
Yeah,
problems,
for
bro. Just because you from a bad neighborhood don't mean you going through more than a person that's going through in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
You got rich people problems. You got impoverished problems. You got inner city problems. You got outer city problems. Problems is a problem, bro.
Yeah.
I never really looked at where a person from and was like, oh, he can't handle what I can handle. I probably can't handle what he can't handle.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like you probably go like people who parents make like $1 million, they probably never home. You know what I'm saying? They probably go through stuff like
that
abandonment issues, like real problems. We go through problems too. But other people go through problems too. Like problems is problems. At the end of the day.
That's why like people like you and bro, I'll sit down and talk to y'all. They're like, bro, the way your mind. I was in rooms where like everybody's an enemy. Nobody wants you to do good in this room, right? Whereas like like when we came to your party, I'm seeing you around everybody you grew up with, saying like, bro, you made it.
Yeah.
I come from a place where like the ones who got here that look like me, they like, I can't let you get over me.
Right.
And then like the ones who don't look like me are like, listen, ain't no way we about to let you come in here.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So it's a different mindset. Like, so that's why I think I'll be successful in a couple years, right?
Couple years?
Yeah, in a couple years for sure. Like that's why people celebrate wins that I don't celebrate, right? Because I feel like
But I have a question now. Are you selling yourself short though?
What do you mean?
Because like something that I went through that I've realized this year is that like every birthday, my birthday is the last day of the year. It's December 31st. So my goals are kind of, I feel like maybe it's a me thing, but I feel like when, every year for your birthday and for your birthday, you set goals for yourself.
Right. Yeah.
By the time I'm 30 or 25 or whatever, you want to get X, Y, Z accomplished.
Yeah.
My birthday is on the last day of the year, so it's double.
Yeah.
It's like I could look back twice. Like, by the end of this year, I want to do blah, blah, blah. And also for this year, I want to do blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I didn't do blah, 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 I didn't celebrate my birthday.
Right.
So, like, for the last, 3-4 years.
Oh, you was hard on yourself.
Yeah, I didn't do anything for my birthday. I was home.
That's crazy.
I didn't do nothing. And I just felt like that was something I was selling myself short because, I didn't do X, Y, Z, but, I was still doing crazy things that people didn't even, you know what I mean? I was still not successful, but whatever. I was still doing things that were pretty crazy for someone to, my goals were just too high that I didn't even, settle, have a regular, cruise and, go to Miami. Nothing. I literally stayed home because I was like, nah, what are you celebrating?
Right.
Like, you didn't do what you're supposed to do, bro. Like, what is there to celebrate?
Yeah. I don't think it's I think I lived a life. I think my parents did a good job at this, right? is they let me understand there's a world outside the world I'm in. So like we would go to places that are cheap, like Gatlinburg. Like in my mind, like we balling, we going on vacation every weekend. Little do I know, like we're finessing the chime shares. You know what I'm saying? Going to the meeting, that way we get 3 nights, 4 days, 3 nights for $150. They just got to sit through a 2-hour meeting, and we out there. We may go to like a Wonderwork. So they spending like $300 on a weekend for us to go out of town, like in total, plus like food and stuff. So like that was my mindset of like, this is like life, right? So mind you, I was like you. I was a manager at Dillard's at 18, right? Or at 17 actually. So when I was there, I elevated so far past my friends, like I couldn't enjoy my friendships, right? Because like it was either I paid for everything or I just went by myself. That was it, right? So now,
those are L friends though.
But we're 17 though. I was just able to advance past them. That doesn't make them L friends.
I'm just like, why you had to do things that involved you paying for everybody though?
No. When I say pay for everybody, well, that's why I did them things by myself.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because I went my first time going to Vegas. I booked the flight out there by myself. I didn't.
You went by yourself?
Yeah. I mean, my cousin lived out there.
Oh, okay.
But like, I traveled out there by myself. The first cruise I went on, that I paid for, like I booked it by none of my friends could go anywhere I could go. But now I feel like I got to a level where like I had friends that could pay me back. Now I have friends that could pay for stuff. So like my quality of life as an adult is just now reaching where my perception was as a kid, right? Where I could go places and actually enjoy them.
That's an interesting mindset.
Yeah, I like I get what he's saying though. So I think what you're saying is what we're saying is, I can't even speak for you. What I was saying was what I'm doing now is far from what I believed I would be doing.
Yeah.
You know, me too. Yeah, me too.
Right. Okay. So what we doing now is far-fetched based on like, you know, what we thought we'd be able to do.
Yeah.
Just due to whatever.
Yeah.
What he's saying is he grew up in a different space where the stuff that we didn't think was possible, he knew was possible. So his goals are a little bit higher than ours because what we didn't think was possible was set for him to be like, this is
the
better
standard.
be doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
So like my parents would take us out of town. Clearly I didn't have to pay for nothing because I was a child.
Right.
Right. But now like I'm able to travel with my friends and that's where the stress.
Right.
And when I first started doing stuff, we would go to like the club and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll be able to, hey, you can shoot me this on Cash App. I'll pay you back when I get paid next Friday. Right. Type stuff. And those spaces aren't spaces, but you can't abandon people because they haven't progressed to the part of life that you're in,
yeah.
right? So now my friends are like, hey, I know I can help you get to this point, right, where you can take care of this yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because like he said, it's something I believe I know is possible.
Yeah.
I know what these things cost and whatever and how to get the money to do it. And now I'm getting to the level where I can go over my friend's house, right, and just chill. When I go over there, I don't got to worry about, dang, when I go over there, they ain't got no food in their refrigerator.
Right.
So I'm going to have to get something to eat, you know what I'm saying? So we go over Snipe House, walk in his pantry like it's my own house, right? And eventually, you know what I'm saying, we'll own houses where it's the same thing, right? Because that's where I grew up is everybody had their own space.
Yeah.
When you talk about like maybe like New York or even parts of Atlanta that I went to, everybody's outside, everybody's congregating. There's really no like, this is public space and this is private space. Everybody's at such and such house. Then we at such and such house. Like your house is like your sanctuary. Only the golden people come through this door. Everywhere else you hang out I have to create friendships to get people in those places. I feel like to where I can return back to the quality of life that my life once was.
Like something that I realized I had to do. I wasn't as hard as you were on yourself, but I was really hard on myself too. So something that I had to do was celebrate small victories. I never did that.
Yeah.
You started doing that.
Yeah, recently. It changed my life. Hollow once told me back when I was still working a job and we weren't making a lot of money at the time, he was like, bro, I don't think when you start making money and when life get easier for you financially, you're going to be like traveling and things like that. Remember you told me like, I think you're probably not going to do it. And it was because like I was hard on like, nah, I ain't doing nothing until like I run it up. Yeah. I ain't doing nothing. Like I ain't leaving. I ain't hanging out, bro. Like when I started doing YouTube, like I started 4.5 years ago. No friends, purposely.
Yeah.
Like I literally
No
said,
friends that did YouTube or no friends?
no friends. Period.
Oh, okay.
Purposely. It was a selfish. It was a selfish motivation. I'm not leaving this house.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving my room.
Yeah.
I'm making a video every day. I had a 12-hour job. I made a video every day for 2 years straight. I didn't miss a beat. Sometimes we upload twice.
Yeah.
Every weekend, I drive over his crib. His crib is an hour from mine at the time. I would drive an hour every weekend, or he'd come to my crib. We was locked the fuck in. It wasn't nobody.
That's what's
No
up.
Yeah.
girlfriend. No girlfriend, bro. It'll be girls, I just hit, go about my way. I wasn't getting in a relationship
Yeah.
because I was selfish purposely. I'm like, I'm not where I want to be. But throughout time, I started to realize that's a shitty life.
Yeah.
That is a shitty life.
100%.
I didn't understand it. And maybe it's easier for me to understand because life is going better, but that's a shitty life, bro. Because
Yeah.
if I would have died before I got here, my life would have been ass. Nobody would have cared about me. Nobody would have had stories to share about me when I
Yeah.
passed. Nobody would have had anything positive to say about me.
I would have had one. Yo, this nigga told
Right?
me to hit him up. This nigga ghosted me.
But
You know
I was
what I'm
like,
saying?
I was not making an impact on the world at all other than my content. Like at all.
But
So-
that-
But on the flip side of that, you weren't letting the world make an impact on you either.
yeah,
That
but
content was making an impact on some people, though.
Yeah,
but
for
I'm
sure.
talking in real life.
Okay.
Real life content. It was to the point where, bro, I ain't see my brother.
Yeah.
My brother is like my son. Like that's like my best friend. So
Yeah.
like me and my brother, I was sitting with my mom. This nigga room is above me. I didn't see my brother for weeks on end.
Yeah.
Cause I'm either the job was 12 hours too, so he's in school, right? So
Yeah.
it was to the point where I ain't seeing my brother, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro?"
Yeah.
Started celebrating small victories, bro. The smallest ones you can think of. I don't give a fuck what they were. And as I started doing that, it kind of got me off the mindset of like, only giving a fuck about the huge things.
Yeah.
So I even go to you now or anybody that's watching. We all got goals, bro. Every year, me and him, we sit down, goal list. To us, we surpass those goals. Sometimes we come short of certain things, but the small victories matter, bro. Because if you don't celebrate the small victories, what wind up happening is, bro, you go years on end, and 5 years go by, 10 years go by, and it's just shitty life.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. Like, I went to Australia. Like,
Exactly.
I
Celebrate
went to
that,
Australia
bro.
by myself because I had no one to go with. And when I got back, I was like, oh, cool. I went to Australia anyways. Let's get back on the grind.
Yeah.
So shit-
Like, and I
yeah.
know people who, some people may never go to Australia their whole life.
Yeah.
I did a 26-hour flight by myself.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Nigga, I caught my first flight with him. I was 24.
Yeah.
I never.
Where you at?
We went to
was
Orlando.
Orlando. I seen a palm tree for my first time.
That's time.
It was
That's why
no,
Florida-
it was
Florida-
Miami. It was
Miami.
it was Fort
Florida's
Lauderdale.
my favorite
Fort
place in the whole
Lauderdale.
U.S.
Florida?
Yeah, love it. No matter what part. No matter what part of Florida. Tampa,
Well, I don't know about
Miami,
that.
don't matter.
Yeah.
I love
No
it.
part.
It don't matter what part. Tallahassee.
Tallahassee.
Take me to Florida.
He
Anywhere.
ain't never been to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
He only seen like those parts.
South Miami.
The parts. Yeah.
South Miami.
No. I've been there.
South Florida is super
I've been
cool.
to Gainesville.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been to Gainesville. I've been to.
But what do you like about Miami so much? I mean, Florida so much.
Palm trees.
I love the weather. I love the palm trees. It just looks
He
completely.
ain't been to LA though yet.
Yeah, I've never been to LA.
Really? You
Nah.
never seen UConn like LA? Or
I've been to the Bay.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
How you
LA.
feel about that?
The Bay was cool. It's expensive as hell,
Yeah, very.
but the Bay was cool. But yeah,
I can't wait for you to. Well, you need to come to New York. I guess during the summer.
I'm coming to New York.
Because if you like the high, you're not gonna like cold.
I'm used to the cold. I'm from Cleveland.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
you want to get away from that, though.
Really from Cleveland. See what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I'm from Cleveland. It's like,
New York ain't even that cold as Cleveland.
okay,
When
yeah.
I went to NearCon Cleveland, it was like different.
Bro,
type.
Cleveland is brick for real.
Yeah, different type.
I used to walk down the street backwards when the wind was blowing, bro,
Yeah,
because it was too
Yeah,
cold.
bro. I used to do that down here. I could only imagine being up
terrible.
there, boy. Yeah,
It's terrible.
I hate the cold. I vehemently hate.
You probably can't
cold
tell
weather.
from like the temperature inside the apartment. It's always freezing.
Oh,
in
no,
here.
It's a little cold right now.
No,
It's not cold, but it's
bro. The
chilly.
AC broke right now. All
chilly.
right, the AC broke because it
It's
used to
chilly.
be so cold in here. All right, so yeah.
So I gotta ask this. You know what I'm saying? Just so you a Knicks fan or a Nets fan, nigga? What we doing, bro?
He got a well.
Yo, bro.
Honestly, I'm an Allen Iverson fan.
Okay.
So when you interviewed him, that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Good look.
Yeah. So after he left, I haven't really. I'm a player fan now.
Okay.
So, but if I had to choose, I'm picking the Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say because this is my thing, and there's no problem with Brooklyn fans, but they're that wasn't a thing, bro.
Yeah, Brooklyn fans
you
are
mean?
kind of like
Like
the,
it was
Clippers.
New Jersey Nets for the longest.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Brooklyn thing.
yeah.
All they had was the Knicks. So for people to be like, "Oh, y'all a Brooklyn fan," you're really not, bro.
But you got to think though, like if you're from Brooklyn, where do the Knicks play? What borough? Manhattan.
Yeah.
So the Knicks play in Manhattan. Like if Brooklyn gets their own team, like you're like, now I can rep my borough.
No. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But what I'm telling you is, if it's been 50 years and you live in Brooklyn, and the only thing you had to cling on to is the Knicks, I find it very suspect for you to just relinquish that love that you've had for all those years and be like, oh, I can rap some other shit now.
But you got to think that's what so when the NFL first started, bro, like it was like what, like 13 teams, something like that.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cities didn't have teams, right?
Right.
So that's how a lot of people became Cowboys fans.
Exactly.
But at some point, Atlanta got a team, and they said, forget that
But in
Cowboys
this
stuff.
situation, the Knicks been there forever.
Oh yeah, and those are people you can go there,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
So
You know what I'm saying? So
But Nets fans from a New Yorker are like they're bandwagon fans.
yeah,
they
that's what I'm saying.
They
It-
were not fans when they had KG, Paul
Exactly.
Pierce, Darren Williams. They
Yeah.
weren't fans back then. And if they weren't.
They
fans
weren't.
back then.
Nobody was.
Yeah. I mean, they were cool. That was a good team back then. They didn't do anything, but
Yo, them niggas, it was like a
Yeah.
bunch of washing.
but then there's a lot of kids that were kids back then, like 12, 13, that are adults now.
They get no.
like when KD leaves that team, Kyrie leaves that team, they're not going to be Nets fans no more.
This is the thing. The Brooklyn Nets haven't been there long enough for kids to become adults now.
Yeah, they haven't been out.
They haven't been
Darren
there that
Williams,
long, bro.
hold up.
Bro, they've been here for like 8 years.
Yeah, it hasn't been out.
So if a kid was 12, he's now can buy. If the kid was 13, he can now buy alcohol, right? So now, and he's probably the one that's on Twitter, right, arguing the Nets are the best team. We're not talking about the old heads, right? That little 13-year-old who grew up with Darren Williams and all that, and now they got KD. Nigga.
Yo, all right, for those 7 niggas out there, y'all, hey, W y'all, but
Yeah, the Nets are the Clippers of New York.
yeah.
Yeah, like there's fans, of course, but like they're not selling out stadiums.
Bro, you gotta
like, the
think,
Knicks
bro.
to be trash. They got millions of fans.
It's somebody, and I
Yo,
think
if
it's
Zion
like.
would have went to the Knicks, it would have been crazy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
But like you say, it's been 8 years, bro. There's somebody who's been no life in your content for 4 years. Think about it. There's a six.
No. I'm only talking about them being in a place where they only have one team,
Yeah.
and another team comes that like subsides that team. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like for somebody to watch my content for a year, that's cool. You can you can like content, you can like a team, but what I'm saying is like for you to like say, bump them, I ain't rocking with them, I'm rocking with these niggas, when they only been relevant realistically for 2 years. They've been there for 8 years total. I just don't see that.
But like when you were when you're like a teenager, that's when you first start
Low
to
key at
develop.
13, you're not really a fan of anybody.
Exactly.
You're,
right.
whatever. Like I'm a Miami Dolphins fan because my dad was a Miami Dolphins fan.
But that's what it is, though.
Yeah.
But if that's what it is, then you were a fan.
Yeah, but I'm saying though,
A lot of people inherit their fanship.
Yeah. But you
ask
gotta
a
think
lot of
as a
girls, 'cause
kid.
a lot of women don't know football. My dad used to always make us
Yeah.
watch the Raiders, so I love the
Yeah.
Raiders.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
They don't
but even
disclose
like
it.
if a kid is into sports and you're like 13 and your dad. Say your dad is from say your dad from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh, dad. Well, Brooklyn got a team now. I'm repping them. Like we see the family argue. I just believe it's so. And the kids that you see on the internet saying these things, these are the kids who was there.
I'm talking about niggas in real life.
I think there's 7
I don't never see
That's what
nobody
I'm
in real
saying.
life.
It's not a lot of
Yeah,
people.
there's not that many Nets fans.
I don't see
real
Nets
diehard
fans
Nets
in
fans.
real life.
Yeah.
I don't see Nets fans in real life that are from New York that are now.
That's because
Brooklyn.
the real Nets fans are in Jersey where they should be.
Yeah. The Nets were cool in Jersey. They had J.K.
Yeah, so-
It was lit.
Richard
Richard Jefferson.
Kenyon Martin.
But
Yeah.
when we're speaking of seeing it on the internet, the internet kids
I ain't
are
bringing
the
the internet
ones who
though.
was there when Brooklyn first got there. The ones we see now on the internet.
They had
saying,
Paul Pierce.
saying, "I'm from New York."
Who, the Nets.
Watch Paul Pierce.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
KG
facts.
too though.
Watch
And then
KG.
Darren Williams, who got the max contract and
That
didn't live
was
up to
crazy.
nothing.
Yeah.
We'll get Darren Williams
He was
a
the
Mac.
man in the Utah Jazz. Came to the Nets and was wild.
You remember when
Turned
it was
around
like-
and did the same thing for another point. Go ahead.
Do you
anyway.
remember when it was debatable with, like who was the best
Chris
point
Paul
guard?
and Darren Williams?
You remember that?
Darren Williams
Yeah.
is better though. I know you're a Chris Paul fan, but at that time,
I wouldn't even. I disagree, but I wouldn't
Argue it.
close.
I wouldn't argue
It was
it
close.
because
Yeah,
Darren
yeah.
Williams was that nigga.
Yeah, he
They had Andre Karolinko, right?
Yeah.
Carlos
Boozer. Like they
Yeah.
was actually going crazy. Darren Williams was nice.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He came to New York. And
Injuries, bro. Injuries for
He was
sure.
injured on that.
Yeah, bro.
I don't even remember.
Knee. It was his knee.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to Brandon Roy,
Yeah.
Danny
That was
Granger,
sad.
a lot of those dudes, man.
Greg Oden.
So like, did you hoop heavy like growing up in New York?
Yeah, I was a big sports guy. Period. I was on baseball teams.
I heard baseball really big in New York too.
Well,
A
sport,
lot of
like
my
fandom wise or playing.
Playing.
I guess.
Yeah, a lot of New
compare.
York
I guess
homies
to maybe
playing.
here. I don't know. You
I
gotta
mean-
kind of be in a league. It's like you're not really gonna see people. Like you could drive past 50 baseball fields, you're not seeing nobody.
Okay.
But hooping for sure, obviously. Cricket's kind of big too, depending where you live. Like by me, there's cricket tournaments, like legit.
You ever seen anybody like from New York like play before like they made it? Like
to
whether
league?
high school or pro am.
Someone I went to school with. Damn, what's his name? Kyle Quinn.
For real?
Yeah, he went to the same high school.
Big
as me.
swole ass Kyle
Yeah, he was on
Quinn?
the Knicks.
That's
He
crazy.
was
I
a
know
man,
Kyle
was on the
Quinn.
Knicks.
Yeah.
He went to the same.
Was he nice in high school?
Yeah, but he was just bigger than everybody.
That's what I was about to say. He
Yeah.
was like
when
straight
you're that
bully.
big, like if you're 6'8" in high school, you're gonna be the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
player ever.
Yeah.
Facts.
Did you ever see Lance play in high school?
Nah, but they played my school. I went to school. They played him, and he would cook everybody. Everybody knew Lance.
I heard Lance is like a legend.
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't know like Lance obviously, but
Yeah.
they played my school. My school was really good too.
What's your school?
I went. It don't even exist no more. But it was
Okay.
called Campus Magnet or like Long Government. It was
Yeah.
one of those.
And then he went to like Lincoln.
He went to Lincoln and Coney Island.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is Coney Island considered New York?
yeah, that's Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's super Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, Coney Island's like the roller coaster. The Nathan
Yeah,
hot
but not
dog eating
Hudson
contest
Valley.
Is there.
Not Hudson Valley.
Oh, that's where you need to be the
The-
glizzy contest.
That's in Coney Island. The hot dog eating contest.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's in Coney Island.
I'll be there.
This nigga, you gotta chill, bro. Aaron, you this nigga, bro. Aaron, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. But bro, when I come to New York, I want the tour bus. You know what I'm saying? I want to try to drive it, but I don't want to wreck it, bro.
Well,
'cause
mine is stick, but I might get another.
can't even drive stick,
Yeah, I
bro.
might get another one though. That's gonna be automatic real soon. So
For
by
real.
the time you get there, I might have it. But it's cool, bro. It's super cool.
it look fire. Ain't gonna
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah,
look
it is.
fire.
The
It's
car-
something that like you got to see it though. Like pictures don't do it justice.
Did you come out with like toys that had the thing?
Oh
on
no,
it?
there was a toy that Matchbox sold already that looked exactly like my
Okay.
truck. So I used like alcohol to get the little glue off.
Yeah.
And then I put my logo on it and then glued it back on.
I was about to say, yeah, one of those would be dope.
Yeah, I want to make
Yeah.
pins though of my van and like little things like that with my van.
Okay.
My goal in a perfect world would be to drive my van all over the United States, do pop-up shops, and just meet people, content, and
Yeah.
do stuff like that.
Question though. So you watch the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is your chance to air all of your grievances. Okay.
Oh, shit, what's about
What
to
are
happen?
the worst takes you have ever heard on this podcast?
That pregnancy one I told you was terrible.
Which
When he was saying that if you have unprotected sex, that basically means that like you want to have a kid.
Not that
That's what I
you
was telling this
no.
nigga.
What it's not that you want to have a kid.
But that
it's just
you're
a
okay with it. That,
Yeah, that you're okay with it,
That's
for
not
sure.
True, though.
That's not true at all.
Hold up. So if I sell drugs, am I okay with being arrested?
Yeah, but you don't go into it like.
But you should.
That's
right?
different. But the biggest thing I feel like with the pregnancy thing is that we're guys. So technically, we control that. You just pull out. We control that.
Talk to that nigga, bro.
So
talk
unlike
to him.
drugs,
Talk
where
to
we
him.
don't really control. Like you can just pull out. That's it. Boom. It's it. You're good. You got 0% things to worry about. If you're over here not doing that, then I understand like you're wilding. Like if she gets pregnant, you should not be surprised at all. But if you're pulling out, you should be good.
That's just not true.
What you mean? It's like
Yo.
not even like how you even debate that.
So you think
You just pull out. That's it.
you think the only way a woman can get pregnant?
Not the only, but if we're gonna be realistic, I would say 90%, 99. I wouldn't go that high. 99% of the time, if you pull out, the female will not get pregnant.
Unless show sperm is
because
just
there's
on
always
some
the
Michael
pre-con-
Phelps.
so what percentage do you say?
If I pull out,
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
100%.
You know, just because something works 100% of the time doesn't mean it's 100%
Well,
effective.
based off my experience,
Okay. But realistically, what do you think?
if
the
I pull
percentage is?
out,
Yeah.
100.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I mean,
this
I've
this
done-
is another example of miseducation in
Well,
the New
how-
York.
But he's going off of his experience. He's never got a woman pregnant, which means it
But
works
that-
100%
but-
of the time.
and,
That's why
again,
that's why he keeps framing
Yeah.
in
but
my experience.
That's
though.
why
And
I
like not
say
even to get
again.
too, not to get too personal, but I have had unprotected sex. Let's say I had sex 1,000 times in my life. I would say 920 times were unprotected.
Listen, this is where I say
and she's never got
Education.
pregnant.
Okay.
That's why I would say education is a very
So
important thing.
how is it different though?
So the way numbers work,
Okay.
right? Is
Not
just
the cross leg.
just because something works out
Okay.
doesn't mean it's 100% effective. So what I was hoping you would say is 99%, right? You would say I was hoping you would say I'm like 99.
What's the 1%?
But here's the thing, right? So if I were to tell you that a condom is 99.7%, that means it's 0.3.
I want to add one thing really quickly. One thing. Even when I did have sex with a condom, I still pulled out because I don't want to get the person pregnant. So even with a condom, I'm not doing that.
I've done that before.
Yeah. Every time I've done it though. Like
you wildin'.
Yeah, because I don't want in the back of my head the condom could pop. I don't even want that thought to go through my head.
Hold up. So you know the likelihood that you get a girl pregnant from like pre-cum is higher than a condom popping? You know that, right?
I did not know that.
But see, this is where education
But I also
comes
feel like
in.
pre-cum is a myth, in my opinion.
It's not though.
In my opinion, because
But-
people always say it's like the girl who gets pregnant because she missed one day of birth control.
Right.
It's like,
But that's how
nah.
birth
lying,
control.
bro. You
No.
You missed a whole week. Like you didn't miss a day. Like you
No,
lying.
but
You gotta stop.
Or you took it at the wrong time. Like come on.
Look, bro.
No, those are some good ass lies.
No,
I know you heard
no,
that.
the one day you can get pregnant.
You
not for one
can,
day.
I can.
Yeah,
No. It's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, for sure.
You're lying.
Someone could definitely get pregnant from pre-cum too, but from my personal experience, I guess I got lucky.
Yeah, for sure. You
guess-
got lucky,
Yeah.
but I don't think that is a good thing to tell people.
No. When it comes to tell people, I think everyone should wear a condom for always, and I think
Yeah.
you should also pull out.
But that's why when I state this to somebody, right, and I say we're talking, I feel like there's somebody in the youth
Yeah.
listening to me. So when I say if you are willing to have sex unprotected, you are willing to accept the chance
I agree.
that there's a lot higher chance for you
100%.
to have a baby.
I agree,
That's what I say.
100%. Yeah,
and
100%.
like
I don't even remember.
that chance, we all know that person who like, damn, it happened to him with anything,
yeah,
right?
I know
Why-
people I know got pregnant.
When you realize what your life can become with that chance and what it can become if you don't take that risk,
Yeah.
that you probably won't even remember 99% of the time 2 years later, it's not worth it. That's why I say that, right? Because unless you're with somebody who like you see yourself and you willing to take those chances with that person,
Yeah.
but like a person who like I would never wife you. Why would I even consider taking this chance?
Well, I'm a girl in that situation. Like I don't really have sex with people that I don't like.
Yeah,
Like I'm super bougie. Like I got super bougie dick.
yeah.
So I want to throw that in there too because I said I had sex with 940 out of 1,000, but
Yeah.
always my girlfriend.
You're right.
Yeah.
So like I could never have a one night stand. Like that's
Yeah.
weird to me. Like I don't even know you.
Yeah.
So like I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
and I agree.
Now I have had the benefit of dating girls who were on birth control.
Yeah.
So clearly,
Me
you
too,
know what
but
I'm
I still
saying?
wouldn't do it. Just like mentally, I don't want to have. If I don't want to have a kid, I'm not coming inside of you. Period. I don't care if you have 1,000,000% birth control.
For real.
I don't care if you're going to pay for the abortion and give me $1,000. No, I'm
Pay for
good.
the abortion and pay me
I'm
for the
good.
inconvenience.
Like I don't want that on the back of my head at all.
Yeah.
Like 0%. Like it's
Yeah.
just not. It's not to me as like not to be gross, but it's not worth it. The feeling is not worth it. I've done it before, but it's not worth the headache. Like
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to get that Lil Wayne. I don't want that latex. That I think I'm latex.
You're right.
I don't want that.
That.
Yeah.
Hey yo. Nah. All right. So I ain't gonna talk about that. Anyway, look though. I've seen niggas, my homies, right?
Yeah.
And really be like, yo, bro, like I left it in. Like niggas really be freaking out,
Yeah.
bro. Like niggas ain't eating. You gotta
Bro.
call
Yeah,
them.
I
niggas.
don't want to be that.
Bro,
ever.
look, there was one experience I had, bro, and it was like the condom popped, right?
Okay.
And but it was back when like if you use it properly, it's 99 point. But if you don't know
What, the
properly,
condom?
yeah.
Okay.
So I was like in the beginning stages of like doing that stuff, right? So you know what I'm saying? It popped.
No difference from now. Keep going.
So
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah.
he trains me often. So
okay.
You gotta stop, bro.
Oh, it's not funny no more. It's not funny. Okay. I thought we was telling jokes.
Hey, go get your man.
Hey, I
bro.
thought we was joking. All right, we not joking no more. Anyway, so it popped. So we had to go get Plan B, right?
Yeah, I bought a couple of
So
those.
when we had the Plan B, she was like, "Well, since I'm gonna take the Plan B, you might as well just, you know what I'm
Keep
saying?"
going?
Yeah, but
Jesus
my mental, I could not.
Right.
But then once the birth control came, we was out there.
Shooting at the club.
Yeah,
Shooting at
bro.
the club.
Yeah. But you know,
That's a savage statement, though. I mean, you know.
What? They
take
just
the
keep
play-
going.
like,
she was like, "Look, I mean,
I
it's gonna."
heard those stories before. I heard of people who like, let's say it's the boy or girl's birthday. They pre-buy the Plan B. And like for my birthday, I want you to do that the whole time, and then I'll take the Plan B after.
Yeah.
Is it that effective?
Yeah, it's that effective,
It's
bro.
not me. That's not me. But
So you
it's pretty
rather
effective.
No. I don't have any knowledge or any information
never
on
bought
this
a Plan
pill.
B?
No,
Plan
so
B
like,
is like because what it does
It's
is
the day after pills.
if we being completely honest, and in a person's head like yours, my sexual history probably suck. I probably had sex without a condom. I could probably count on one hand. Even when
I don't have a lot of bodies either. So
No.
Like, yeah.
I said sex without a condom.
Yeah.
So like,
but like bodies is
Period. Like mine is very low.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, but at least you've been able to like have sex without a condom. Like,
Yeah, I've
multiple
done it.
times.
No exaggeration. Like 90% of the time has been
Right.
without.
But like my experience without a condom is like very low. I've never wanted kids.
My friends is like that too. Yeah.
So I never tried like the pull out situation. I was just like, I just get a condom. It's been times, bro, where I like lose
Hold
out.
up. So when you pull out, do you go back in?
No, well, because there's a chance you could get pregnant. I'm on the
Okay.
same page as you, bro. I don't want to have a kid.
But
I don't want to have a kid.
But when
at
you
all.
look,
Yeah.
my only advice when you give them the one that actually works.
When it comes to education, I think you should wear a condom.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's not smart to go without.
So
a
why
condom.
is my
so
take
if you
bad?
pull out,
then?
wipe off, go back in, she can get pregnant.
Yeah, even if you pee, she can still
allegedly
get
sperm
pregnant.
dies once it hits air, but why even take that chance?
That's not a true statement either.
I don't know. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying that's a myth. It's not true.
I heard that's true. Once
Sperm
hits
does not
the
die
air,
as soon as
dies
no.
instantly. I don't know.
Miseducation, you know what I'm
I
saying?
Yeah, because if that was true, the turkey baster thing must be false, right?
What girls turkey basting?
Yeah.
No,
That's
they-
what-
Don't they do it
thing,
in like a? Don't they put it? I think they put it in a cup and then they turkey baste it.
but it still hit the air.
Hold up, listen. I'm gonna give you one reason why you should know that's not true. Because when you go to a sperm bank, they give you a cup. Bang. Yeah, I've never been there though. I watch movies.
This
Anyway,
nigga.
You got a check. He got that
No,
check.
look,
Hey,
look. But bro, we watch movies. Come on, I never been. Nigga, I was a manager at 17. Nah, look, so you you put it in there, then they go freeze it. It's already hit air. That fucking it's not true. It's just not true.
It could be, yeah, or you're right in that case.
Yeah.
It could. Or maybe the freezing
Yeah.
brings it back to life.
And like when you put it
You
in
know
a
what I'm
cup, when
saying?
you put it in a cup, I
Some
think you
Austin
close the
Powers
lid
shit.
and maybe like that's what's up.
But that's not how oxygen works. It was oxygen inside
I
that
know,
cup.
but maybe some of them survive.
Oh, man, all right.
And then they freeze it
Yeah, then
to
that's what-
get it
that's why
like
they
back
freeze
strong.
it.
Type.
You know what
don't
y'all sound
nothing.
like? Hey, listen. That damn that vaccine about to it's gonna kill everybody and fortify you. That's what you sound like, all
Nah,
right?
bro. We just believe that you
No,
know
there's
what I'm saying?
science and there's not science, bro.
Yo, once your sperm hit the oxygen, you good, my boy. You can go back in there.
Nah, I don't know
Sound
about that. I don't know
Sniper
about double
Jones.
dipping. I don't know about that.
Nigga said double dip.
I don't know about that double dip. Like
This message is from Sniper Jones, bro. Go back in there. You good.
That's terrible. Hey, listen, just know when child support, when that first
yeah, like
child
that's
support,
like my worst nightmare. Like I even joke around with my friends. Like I think I'd rather do a year in jail than have a kid.
then why would you be smashing?
Because
without
I'm smart. You just pull out. It's
Yeah,
not that
bro.
hard.
It ain't science,
I'm
bro.
in control of it. You control what you can control in life.
No, and by putting a condom on there.
Yeah, I know, but I can pull out.
Can't you control more?
Is it more than one way to accomplish the same
wait.
thing?
So
Yeah.
aren't you not controlling something you could further control?
Wow.
By
And
putting
also
a condom
condoms
on.
are trash. Like have sex without condoms way better. So like why would I hurt
You got to get the
myself?
lambskin joints. You know
I
what
heard
I'm
about
saying?
that, heard about
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. But that's not the point. The point
Yeah, like,
is,
I control-
Nick is
I
saying it's
control
more
that.
than two ways to do the same, to complete the same objective, my brother.
I don't want to
No.
get her pregnant. I'm gonna pull out. That's how I look at it.
That's it.
That's it. And I feel like as guys, we know when that's about to happen.
Look, if
Just
you want to
pull out.
forfeit, to win, leave it in. That's all you got to do, bro. Nick here, he pulling out. He good.
That's it, bro. That's it.
It's easy.
That is terrible advice.
No, that's not
I'm not
bad.
trying to give
I would say
I'm
that.
not even
advice.
giving
That's not
advice,
advice.
though. Yeah, it's not advice. It's just my life. My advice is to use a condom. I
Yeah.
would not want someone to go raw. That's stupid. You might have a kid. I'm not
So
that.
So
that
how
person.
is my take stupid?
Because it's kind of like driving fast. Like I'm a really good driver. I wouldn't tell someone who just got the license
That's
to
a
buy a
great
right-hand
analogy.
drive car. You know what I mean? Like I know how to drive.
Yeah.
So I may be able
be
to do
cutting up.
certain things that to do like that. But someone who just got their license, like you gotta, like you know what I mean? Like you should really
Take your
buy
time with
a
that.
little Nissan.
So you're saying you should be a professional at things.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
But what does professional mean?
That I can pull out.
Okay.
Never have a pregnancy scare. Never
That
have an
means
STD. Never have a I haven't bought Plan B in like.
Okay,
like
first of
5
all,
years. I don't
never
even know.
having an STD, that's by luck.
I know. No, it's not by luck.
You
Listen.
Bro,
I said I never
so-
had a one night stand though, so I'm not having sex with random
that don't
people.
mean listen, Nick. People can catch things from the girl that they are in love
Why you
with.
trying to call my girl stop?
I'm not talking.
my girl stop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All I'm saying
that's
is
crazy. Bro.
Listen,
That's crazy.
You never know
You
nothing.
do never know. But
Exactly.
Like, I knew.
And listen,
I knew. I knew.
Hey, how early into meeting somebody do you find yourself in a relationship having sex? What's the earliest?
I don't know.
We're getting Dr. Holler today.
No. We got to talk about this. I'm defending my point.
I don't know. Not right away though. I have to know them. Period. Like first thing I have to know them. So I can't. Like it's
Okay.
not really a time. It's
When-
more I just have to know them.
Okay, let me rephrase. When is the shortest time between?
I met someone.
No. Between you knowing for fact they haven't slept with somebody else.
Well, you never
and
know. Like you said, bro. You never know. I can't win that argument because like I could have a girlfriend for 10 years and she could cheat on me and I get an STD tomorrow.
Well, no. What
Like,
I'm
you know
saying.
what I mean? Like
well,
it
the
can happen
point.
to anybody really.
I guess the point I was trying to get at is some STDs have incubation periods up to 6 months.
Yeah.
All right, so they won't even show up in your system for 6 months.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
I guess you could say I got lucky.
Yeah. So, yeah, wearing a condom, best thing
Yeah,
to do, kids. You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
I'm not. I would never deny
My man
that.
say, yeah, I never got a girl pregnant. Never.
Yeah.
Like, that's luck.
The pregnant part.
All of it's luck.
No,
Skill,
not the
bro.
pregnant
Skill.
part, not the
All
Skill
of it's
gotta
luck.
be in there
It's
somehow.
all
Yeah,
luck,
no,
bro.
It takes
the
skill.
pregnant part
Because I
is
know
not
some
skill.
niggas, bro. I know some niggas who like 0 for 3. All right,
say
so
that
skill gotta
Yeah.
skill gotta play a part,
Yeah.
bro. Skill gotta play a part in
It's
some
definitely
way.
not the STD part. 100%. I agree with you. Luck. Pregnant is not luck.
Yeah,
For sure, luck.
You call me a Marine, just sniping. Like,
That's it, bro.
I'm not doing that.
Yo, but stop hating on Nick because he got skills, man. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas just
Like,
violent.
man, whatever, bro.
Hey, yo, some niggas
Like
just
if my man's was here to tell you, like I'm so against having a kid at a young age. Like no, I'm not joking. I would do a bid before I get a girl pregnant.
Nah, I believe you, bro. That's why. Hey, look, bro.
Yeah, like,
you know how to control what you need to control,
and you can
bro.
control
So
what
you do
you
that.
can control. It's not like I'm doing something. It's not like a car where someone could crash into me. Like you just pull out. It's not that.
He's
Yeah,
in
like,
activities.
I told you, even with a
that he
condom,
can
I'm
control
pulling
the
out.
outcome.
I don't want that headache.
Okay.
I don't. If I have 2 condoms on, I'm still pulling out.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I do not want 0% chance of this girl getting pregnant.
I get it.
Zero.
You know,
Even if it's the love of my life.
I get it, man. I get
Yeah.
it. You know
Says the
what I'm
guy who only slept without a condom 5 times. Get out of here,
saying?
bro.
If but still, I'm wise enough to know. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not wise enough because if
I
you
am.
knew enough, you would say it's not even a risk to take. Like it's not
Yes,
even a risk.
I'm agreeing with you
Yeah.
all that though, but
Yeah.
my life experience is different though. I don't think if a million people about to have sex, all of y'all should wear a condom. Why take that chance? I agree with you, but I can't tell you about my life though. So I'm agree with you, but
All right, what's
my
another
life-
take that you
Yeah.
disagree with?
My
Because clearly
life,
you don't
You know what I'm
disagree
saying?
with my
I-
take.
I
agree
agree
with
with you.
man.
Like it's like wearing a seatbelt. Hey, I drive my car my whole life without seatbelt. I think you should not wear a seatbelt. No, wear a seatbelt. That's all I'm trying to say. You should wear a seatbelt. Don't go because of me. You might not be a sniper like me.
But would you ever tell somebody like, "Oh yeah, I told people to wear a seatbelt"? You know, I think that was a bad take. Would you do that?
But I don't think it's a really bad take. I'm just saying though, like you can't tell people if you don't wear a condom that you're okay with having a kid. Like that's a little stretch.
The
You're
logic.
okay with
It happening? It still should be very like, whoa, what's going on?
I think if you're having sex without a condom, that there is literally nothing else that like that's it.
Look, hold
Like,
on. I want to interject.
That's the bare,
I
the
don't
bare
think
minimum you can do to not have a baby is attempt to pull out. That's it.
I'm gonna interject. I don't think he gonna sway. I don't think you gonna sway.
Attempt is a kind of a strong word, but
What's another take that you probably disagree
I
with?
really like the fact that when you're talking about quitting jobs, though, that was a good thing. Like the 2
Oh, yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
like I never left a 2-week notice. I also have quit many jobs before.
That's a shot at Mike.
Yeah.
That's a shot at Mike.
Mike,
Mike, you deserve that shot, man.
Shout out to Mike.
you
though.
down
Shout out to
30
Mike.
in fourth quarter, boy.
Realistically, again, when it's kind of like the pregnancy thing, what he did was right.
Well, no, I think I would
Like even if he never wants to talk to those people again, he did it the right way.
Well, no, what we told him is he never wants to work for somebody again.
Okay.
If you want to continue in the workforce, you always give a 2-week notice
Yeah.
because it tells your next employer that that's
You're
who you
professional,
are,
yeah.
right? You're a professional.
Also, I'm a big believer that they don't call their next employer. As someone
They
who's-
never do,
As
bro.
someone
That's
who's
cap.
lied on their resume my entire
I've
adult
called
life.
employers. I was a manager. I called
Yeah,
employers.
I called a manager too,
Bro, I've
I
always
hired
capped.
people based off like sniper walk in.
Yeah.
What's good? You got the job, bro.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
orientation tomorrow. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, yeah.
I ain't gonna cap. I always finesse on resumes too. Jobs, positions
Lie?
I never held before. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Positions I never held before. I will Google, like, if I'm going for a position, I don't even know what it is. I will Google the definition of this position I'm going for.
You know what?
Yeah.
I will
And then when it
Google,
comes to objective, I will say my previous job had objective that they needed to do.
I will Google resumes of the job I want,
Yup.
examples, and I would copy and paste those objectives and put them on mine.
I've never got a job to call a previous job before.
Yeah, I mean, I've never
Yeah.
also called it. I don't care what because what if they don't like want you to get the job?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
also don't care. Like, I had all my homies. Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah. So another take.
what other take?
I don't really think we be saying egregious takes though.
Yeah, these aren't bad takes. It's just
And if they are,
Mike
they come from
ever-
you.
like if I was here, I wish I was here for the pregnancy thing. I wish I was here for the job because like he was saying though, like I never gave it 2 weeks ever because I knew I never wanted to work there again. So I didn't care what y'all thought about me after this day.
So let me ask you this though, because we coming up closing. We usually do drafts.
Yeah.
So like every episode,
Has Mike ever won a draft to you?
I don't remember not that I know of.
it might
Yeah, because he hasn't. It's cool though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, go
So
ahead.
every episode we do a draft, and coming from you, you know, by you being a car enthusiast and by you having a career in clothing, I was gonna switch it up this time, do a draft, and I don't know, it's really on you. I was gonna do like the best clothing lines.
We did that.
We did that one.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah, we did like best like clothing places. We did both. We did like clothing lines, then we did stores that we shop in. We did
Damn.
both of those. Those
Okay.
are like first 10 episodes.
Okay, got you. Well, we did cars.
I mean, we did like we did cars.
We did drink. We did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So-
well, shit, I got nothing.
If we did one, we can do.
We did best cities to travel. He said he like traveling all around the world.
Let's
We
do.
can travel again.
No,
Whatever,
we can do this one. We're gonna draft our top 3 New York celebrities, people who were birthed in New York,
Got you.
and since Snipe technically brought it up, I'm going first,
All right,
right?
go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this your draft,
The show draft. You started the. You know what I'm saying?
nigga. If we would have did
All right,
either
go
the
ahead.
car
You know
or
what
the,
I'm
you know, I'm
saying?
going Jay.
Go ahead.
That's
I'm going
crazy.
Jay-Z, of course.
What else?
You don't even like Jay-Z. Why would you pick him?
I like Jay-Z as a businessman.
All right, that's fair enough. But I like him as a rapper and businessman. So give me Jay.
I like Jay-Z as a rapper. I just never grew up on his music.
All right, so you shouldn't be able to pick him. What you got, Nick?
First pick. It's kind of hard. I want to go Nasir Jones.
Okay.
Or I want to go Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Both good
Well,
picks.
it's cool. Which one you going with though?
That's what you
Because he
want.
gonna grab the other.
I know, right?
That nigga just
If
waiting.
you talk about business, Nas is up there in the business world.
True. I didn't even know he was like
Yeah.
indulging
He invested,
like
like-
Ring.
Crypto.
Yeah, and Uber, right at the
Yeah,
beginning.
Uber too.
He got the beginning of Ring, bro. He made like millions off of that.
I'm going to go with
joint.
50 Cent. I got to stay home.
Man,
Yeah,
well,
50
for
Cent.
sure, I wasn't picking Nas. I was
Oh.
gonna pick 50.
Oh, I got 50.
But now I got to think a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Missy Elliott from New York.
Hell no.
I don't know. She's probably down south.
Is she from Virginia?
I don't know.
Maybe,
Shit,
she
it
could-
ain't New York.
that
though.
sounds familiar, though. She could be from Virginia.
Yeah, she from Virginia. Let me think of
Let me think of something too.
I don't know a lot of.
They about to say Dave
Hey, I
East.
ain't gonna lie, bro. I watched the documentary. I'm going Stephon Marbury.
Hey,
Know what I'm
shout out to
saying?
Steph.
I'm
Son of
going
a bitch.
Stephon Marbury.
You son of a bitch. You
Shout out to
son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
That was your next pick.
Ah,
Should let me
God.
have Jaden Buster.
All right.
All right.
Niggas taking the gloves off.
So
Niggas.
Who else?
hey,
could I
I'm
pick?
going Nicki Minaj, number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm going Nicki
She
Minaj.
from your hood, right?
Same thing. South
Yeah.
Jersey.
Okay.
I'm going Nicki Minaj, and I'm going
Stephon Marbury?
Stephon Marbury for sure.
You know who else I'm over there? Waka Flocka.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard
Yeah.
that. Heard that.
Who's next? Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me see. Who else could I go?
Oh yeah.
Who I want?
I just had to confirm.
Damn. Who do I want? I would have took Nicki.
I'm gonna win this draft. I'm gonna let y'all know that. I'm gonna beat a New
So I
Yorker
got
and draft the New Yorkers. That's
50
tough.
Cent.
I got Jay-Z. I
got one.
Oh yeah, I got Nas then. 50 Cent Nas.
You got
Yeah, I
Nas,
got
okay.
Yeah, I forgot about Nas.
I'm going to Keem Olajuwon.
Oh, that's
He's
tough.
from there?
Yeah, he's from New York.
Oh, I got a really good
Most
one.
points in NBA history.
I got a really good one.
Solid.
But hold on. Can I Google something real quick?
Yeah.
I believe he's born there. But
Last
I'm
but not least,
You about to be tight when you
who do I want to go? New
I
York.
think he's from there.
New York legend. There's so many fucking people.
Bro, if he picked mine, bro.
I don't think I am. I don't think I am.
No, I'm talking about him.
Okay.
I can't imagine you thinking of who I'm thinking.
Listen, you're not making it out this house.
I got it.
Does it say East Harlem? Is that what it says? Who you Googled?
I don't know. We'll see.
You picked before me.
It's your turn, right?
No, just
Yeah,
does it say East
I
Harlem?
don't know. We'll see.
Come on now, bruh.
We'll see.
That's crazy.
It's 4 letters. It's 4.
Actually, it's 5 letters.
with the
Okay, I'm
space?
gonna go Biggie.
Well, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
You a Biggie? I go Tupac.
I hate you, bro. Look.
I go Tupac. Because I wasn't sure if it was Harlem or not, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
going
Tupac.
Biggie. I'm going Biggie. I gotta win that. I got Jay-Z, Biggie, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Come on, bro.
That Akeem one is.
A little shaky.
He
Yeah, I
from,
ain't
he
gonna
from
lie.
New York. Most points in New York history.
Listen,
I'm gonna pick Kenny
you
Anderson.
ain't.
Kenny the Jet.
Yeah, Kenny Smith. I say Kenny Anderson.
All right, so I got Nick. That's some hoe shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Well, as soon as she said, "I'm gonna see," because I just I said he is from New York, ain't he?
But is he really though?
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Because they say Kanye from Atlanta.
Is he?
Kanye was born
he
in
was
Atlanta.
born and raised here. Well, I don't know if raised is a stretch, but he was born here.
Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out on a limb. And you can't say
Ja
your list
Rule?
is better than mine. You definitely can't. You know what I'm saying? Third on my list, I'm gonna go Nick from Way Before the Fame. What's good?
Hey.
Yes, sir.
That's a W
So
list.
who got the best list, Nick?
I gotta go with you.
Yeah, you know.
I gotta go with you.
Y'all comment down below. I got some stiff competition with Hollis List, but man, hey Nick, bro, we appreciate you coming up
I
on
got
the
one more
podcast.
thing. I was talking about my friend the other
sure.
day.
Yeah.
It's kind of 3 things too. I guess I'll go first. But he was asking me 3 things that you could know about a girl without knowing nothing physically at all. That you would be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get to know her. And I'll go first, I guess.
All right.
So 1, if she has a spine tattoo.
Okay, that's interesting.
2, if she has her license. Because
Okay,
I need a girl who could drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let y'all go now.
so wait, you're saying they can't be physical
Yeah, so it
features?
can't be, oh, she gotta have a big butt. You don't know nothing. It's like, yo, I'm telling you, I got this girl that really, like, she might like you.
I have to know her education level,
Okay. Like how far she got in school?
how far she got in school.
Okay.
That's
a little shallow.
That's not.
It is.
Money is shallow. Look,
Yeah, but just because you got a deep education, I mean, she make a lot of money.
Yo,
but I don't want her because she got a lot of money. You went to college, right?
Yeah.
So look, how many friends do you have that you have good conversations with that never went to college? Like, I'm talking about real deep
My
conversations.
2 closest friends didn't finish college.
No, but they went though.
Yeah, but
Okay.
They didn't finish though.
But
one
that's-
is a firefighter
Yeah.
and one is correction officer. 2 city jobs will make over 100K.
But see, it's not about the money, right? It's about critically thinking, okay?
Yeah.
Because I remember this is a thing my professor told me. In my English level 1 professor, she said, listen, today, y'all start college. Your friends that never go to college, y'all are going to realize in 5 or 6 years, you're not going to be able to have intellectual conversations with them anymore.
Yeah.
Because y'all's intellectual level is going to be so far apart. So the fact that some people even try to go to college and develop the processes to like decipher information, or that's why it's not because of the money. She could have went for finger painting and be a finger painter.
Yeah.
But the fact that you went through college
Withstood that step.
at least like a year or 2, like I have to know that.
yeah.
So, because if you never went, like, bro, it don't matter how good you look, how much money you make. If I can't sit and talk with you and come to conclusions, I can't be around you. So that's why.
I wasn't in college for long, bro.
But
Yeah, me neither.
yeah, but everybody, you don't got to go to
Yeah,
college
it
for
says
long. It's
list,
just
though.
like a yeah.
So that's
Got to
the
know
one.
your education level for sure. You can name one if you got something.
To be honest, bro, I was so interested in seeing what you came up with. I didn't start thinking.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go with level of education for sure is number 1. I have to. That's number 1. And I can't know
What
any.
if it's high school?
I can't do it. I wouldn't take the chance.
Yeah, no, I respect it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, if I was like 21 or 22 and you asked me that, I would say, yeah, maybe, because she might be going to college later.
Yeah.
But like, we're like a couple years from 30.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good.
Yeah, no,
But so level of education, I would have to say, her at home status? Like what like
Like,
did
if
she
she's
was
in
she
an
raised in a
apartment?
2-parent household? Did she have brothers, sisters? I need to know that. If I know that information, them two, I feel like if you know those and those check boxes, 9 times out of 10, as long as like the looks and everything check boxes,
Yeah.
like
I
you
feel
should
like
be
my
good to
questions
go.
are against the rules.
What?
Like what?
I would want to know her hobbies. Is that something?
No, that's
that
not
in
a
the
physical.
rules?
No, that's good. That's good. It's
Okay.
basically anything that like. I mean, it's kind of me telling you. Like, so I would tell you
Right.
her hobbies. So
Right,
you could
right.
say like she has to be into, or if I told you like she's into basketball, was that a pro?
I mean, you ain't got to be able to hoop.
No, she's into it though. Like she knows the sport. Like she could tell you like.
Nah, that's not a requirement.
Yeah.
For me, bro.
I would
But
need-
I would at least like. I think I don't understand the question. Break it down.
It's
for
kind of
me.
like so. Like I'm putting you on. Hey, this girl named Samantha, right?
Right.
And you told me Samantha got a spine tattoo. To me, every girl that got a spine tattoo is bad.
Right.
That's
right,
a fact.
Right.
2, she has a driver license. I'm like, okay, she don't have a car, but she could have a car.
Okay.
So she knows how to drive. We could go on road trips together. And then my third, I guess I'll take yours. I never didn't think about that. I'll take the like, does she have brothers? I don't really care if she got brothers and sisters.
But see, it's very important. This is why, like, bro, like college, I think breaks your brain a little bit.
Well, I was gonna take
because-
the brother and sisters one, but I don't know if a girl like if she's the only child, do I care?
Right.
But see, a lot of that is key indicators on how people act,
Yeah,
right?
like she gonna be
So a
spoiled?
girl who doesn't have brothers typically is like she's less apt to understand your perspectives when y'all live together, right? Because she's never had a brother. She like there's gonna be certain things you do that she does that you think are nasty, and if you've never had a sister, you can never fathom it, right? And now you're thrown into this environment. Some people just don't know how to handle it, right? And if you have brothers, you can understand me a little bit more. People who are only childs act a certain way. People who are like the younger sister, there's just, I took a class called quantitative analysis. And what it does is it tells you how important things are to their outcome, right? So the price of an apartment, how important is the highway being within a mile to the price of the apartment, and in the scale of everything that determines how much an apartment costs, where does that rank?
Yeah.
And like these are things that rank very high on like relationship success, people who are compatible on those levels. So like no girl except the girl that I recently dated ever had their father in their life. None of them had brothers. Like
Were they all
and
similar?
they all lacked
Personality-wise?
something that was detrimental to our relationship, for sure. And then the girl I recently dated, there was no, like, the only part of it is like the traditional ideology of relationships in this new like world that we're living in, where you want to like live as prosperously as possible. Then you need everybody on the team contributing, right? Like that was the only thing that existed that I feel like we differentiated on, right? But everything else, like I'm a clean dude in comparison to most dudes, or what girls say dudes are. So like that's never really been a problem. I can cook, clean, all that other stuff.
That's something I will ask.
Does she cook and clean? I told you she knows how to cook and clean.
No. Number one, do you suck dick? Number one
For
is
real?
does she suck dick?
Okay.
That has the I can't know.
But is a girl really gonna say no? Like,
I know, girl, bro. Listen, okay. Let me tell y'all something.
If you, go ahead.
I dated a girl before. She told me at the beginning, no, I don't really suck dick.
How old are you though?
I was 15.
That makes sense.
hey, that don't count.
Like grown women suck dick.
I know some girls now who still don't. That has to be number one. All right, number
So I tell
one,
you, boom, she sucked dick.
bro. If she has to have a passion for sucking dick.
That's
like-
all right.
That's every
like,
girlfriend I feel like is gonna do that. Girlfriend. Not
No,
like a
there's
regular
some
girl.
girls who's like, she has to love
She has to
the
like to
art
do-
of sucking dick.
Okay.
Like not like I want to suck my niggas. She has to love like how
many
you love
women-
basketball.
That's
like
you gotta stop. No, because like how many women you want? Like
let me tell
the
you
sex
this.
Olympics
So
bitches.
so would you assume that every dude loves fucking women, right? But if you ask women about males' performance,
Yeah, they say
they
it's trash.
don't fuck them like they care about the art of
Yeah.
fucking them, right? There's a difference. And I need you to have that difference, okay?
All
So
right.
basically, I tell you a girl, she enjoys doing that.
Bro, like sucking
She-
dicks are shit.
All right, those are your three. I guess my three would
The
be...
other two probably don't even count no more. You get that one, nigga.
Nigga drop out of
He
middle
good.
school.
He
That
good
nigga
with that.
was called me.
I guess my three would be, I want to know if she got her license, she got a spine tattoo, and what her job is.
Okay. I would probably want to know, does she live by herself? I would probably want to know. I gotta know where the sense of humor like. I don't know if that's in the rule book.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
It's not a physical.
You don't want it to be like a uptight.
All I do is I'm like the most
You trying to joke
jokey
around. Yeah.
all the time. So if you stiff, it's really gonna suck for me, right? It's
Yeah.
not fun. So I gotta know what your sense of humor like.
If she live alone,
If you live alone,
that's a pro.
nah, it's not.
Okay.
I would just want to know like that goes both ways. Like, am I assuming she's single?
No, she's 100% single.
Oh, well, that don't count. That's what I meant. Like,
yeah, she's 100%.
you got a nigga?
Yeah, no,
that's what I meant by
she's
that.
100% single. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
first one will count. All right. What your sense of humor is like? Number one. Number two. Are you clean? I don't like
crib.
clean as far as like even up
Hygiene.
with yourself. Hygiene.
Okay,
Yeah, with your hygiene like.
Yeah.
And number three is I got to know if she got any ambition. Like, what does she got going on with
Nah,
herself?
that one don't count.
I can't.
Nah.
Why not?
Because that's kind of a question more than like
Yeah, that's
someone
perspective.
telling you.
What's
That's what I said,
ambition?
maybe, all right. So
Yeah. It
well,
has to be
damn.
someone that, like, I just told you about this girl.
Does
who-
she have a job?
Yeah, so you want to know what her job is.
I don't even know what it is. Like, is she actively working?
Yeah, she has a job. But does the job title matter?
No, I just need you
All right,
actively
yeah.
working.
So you work at McDonald's, you chilling.
I mean, if that's the end goal for her, she like
You'll
that's
find
it.
that out later, but based off those three things, you'll go on a date with her.
A date, yeah.
She work at McDonald's, she's super clean.
A date, yeah. Because I'll ask her these things on
yeah,
the date.
on the day.
Yeah,
Just,
the
it's
date,
just to
yeah.
get to date one.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Day one, yeah. If I figure out that like McDonald's is your end goal, I mean,
Yeah, you
obviously
go-
that's
yeah,
not gonna
shit
work,
just-
right?
yeah.
But yeah, I will go on a date with that information.
Yeah.
I think like in a relationship, you need somebody to like nurture you financially. You want the other person to contribute
Yeah.
to you financially. Obviously, everybody wants that, right? Physically, right, and mentally. Now, the reason why the school thing is so important is because I know a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't teach it, we don't need to talk about nothing, bro. Like there's not I can't sit and talk to you.
Yeah, respect. I know.
That's a good question you asked though.
Yeah, I was
That's a valid
talking about because it's like three things sometimes like really like if I know nothing about a girl and those three things I just named, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go on a date with her.
I've seen some ugly chicks with
Spine tattoos?
With spine tattoos.
0%.
No, that's
No
a
way.
fact. It's a fact.
For real?
Yeah.
That's her only tattoo, or she got several? Because if she got like a whole sleeve, it's kind of like.
I ain't
see,
gonna lie, bro. The little you know what the Rock got on his arm?
Tribal.
The tribal.
The tribal, I done seen the tribal back tat on a lot of girls built like SpongeBob, bro.
But spine or like.
Oh, spine
I said
tat.
spine tattoo.
Oh.
So just down your spine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just the
I don't
spine.
think I've ever seen that on somebody who wasn't like.
Bad.
Yeah.
You got to be bad to get that
Okay.
tattoo.
All right.
That's a good. Okay,
that's a good, right? Like you
I
probably-
think when you said spine tattoo, I was
Thinking
thinking
like
like.
tramp stamp?
Yeah, I was thinking like
Oh,
you.
no, no.
I thought you were saying like if she has that, I'm not fucking.
Oh no,
with her.
if they have that, she's bad, 100%.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to all the girls with spine tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah, bad.
Well, hey man, Nick, we appreciate you for stopping
appreciate
through,
me
bro.
having by, man.
We've been rocking with each other for a while now, man. So
Yeah.
to have you on the podcast is love. We're gonna come through NY,
Yes, sir.
check out the
sir.
city, good eats, good
Hopefully
times,
change your perspective a little bit.
a little bit maybe.
I like the people who I know from New York. I just don't like the
Yeah,
experience.
maybe we'll change.
environment.
Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll change it.
Tell the people where they can find you at.
Well, yeah, you can find me at WayBeforeTheFame.com. I drop a new collection. My new collection is going to be December 13th. All
Okay.
new everything. And then same on YouTube, Way Before the Fame.
All right,
If you
man.
like cars, JDM cars, stuff like that, I'm your guy.
Oh my God, it's your boy Sniper Jones. He never says it. He never says it.
Holla. Big holla.
And so,
And Nicholas from Way Before the Fame.
and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.